Bon dia. It's John Textor. It's great to see you again. JP asked me to put together this video to talk to you, our fans, the social club, everybody that has an interest in Botafogo, about the future of Botafogo. I do want to make it clear, I'm not here to compare myself to another proposal, whether it's from a Trojan horse or from some good people in Texas that might want to invest in our club. I'm here today as the owner of the 90% interest of South Botafogo. That's now been made clear. It'll be made clear in jurisdictions in the United Kingdom, in Brazil, and the United States. I'm here talking to you today, as I was at the beginning, as the owner of South Botafogo and as a partner with the social club and all of the fans of our beloved and glorious club. The first thing I'd like to talk to you tonight about is my love for Botafogo. Only in Brazil has this been questioned, and I've seen it in the media. I've seen it even within the social club, people that might have an agenda. I don't think anybody seriously wonders which club is my favorite club. It's obviously Botafogo. In France, when I walk the streets of Paris or I go down to Saint-Tropez, people walk up to me with a French accent and I expect they're going to be talking about Lyon. No, they want to ask about Botafogo. Everybody knows what we did when we shocked the world. In London, I don't think anybody's won as much in 1 year at Crystal Palace as we did with the FA Cup and the Community Shield, and this week getting back into Europa League. And still, when I walk the streets of London, people ask about Botafogo. In Belgium, same thing. In the United States, again, it's always Botafogo. So please, trust me. This noise that we hear now, it's just noise. Everybody knows this is my beloved club, my favorite, the glorious, the most traditional. So the question is why? Why could I have such a love for this team? Well, the difference is I was invited here. I was invited here by a country that passed a new law. I was invited to be a force of change. The social clubs were considering a new model of ownership, and I was very lucky to be one of the first asked to come to Brazil and try and make a difference. But I was also invited by you in the social club and by the fans to take this glorious and incredible club and make it more competitive again. It's you that had the courage to be one of the very first of the big clubs to embrace the SAF and decide to do something about it. Well, when I showed up, yes, we have an incredible tradition, an incredible club, but we had 3 players that had played in the first division. We had a spreadsheet for an accounting system. Our facilities were not sufficient to be in the first division. We had an incredible effort of the social club and the team and the staff to get promoted and to create this opportunity. But let's admit it, in 2022, we really did not have anything. So the other clubs that I was involved in, they had management teams and businesses, and there wasn't really that much to do. But here, it was a reconstruction project from the ground up, and the pressure was immense. I knew it was a big project, but I don't think I really got it until I was in Europe. I was told the vote was happening in the General Assembly, and I looked back on video. Everybody was broadcasting this video to me, and I was being walked around the room on somebody's phone. I was a part of it. And I saw people partying in the streets, the street of our idols at our headquarters. And it was then I knew not just the gravity of the moment, but I knew what it truly felt like to be chosen and to understand what that meant. So when people ask, well, why is this your favorite club? Well, when you're involved in something from the ground up with a team of friends from Tyro and Danilo and Mazuco and Brito and DeCesio and all of the help that we had at the beginning, to be a part of this, to be a part of changing the future of football in Brazil, but really bringing back this glorious club, that's why this is my favorite club. I'm a part of it. You invited me to be in your family, and I'm now a part of your family, and forever we are family. I'm very proud of the system we created, which helped us to recruit players. There's a lot of talk about the multi-club. Has it been good for us? Has it been bad for us? Well, it's the multi-club and the way we created player pathways that allowed us to become champions. The system wasn't really built to be pulled apart. I didn't properly anticipate the idea that the partners I brought in to help make this all possible were not as devoted to our club as was I and as were you. That was really my big mistake. And it was this ambition to get this bigger club and this academy in Europe and make an acquisition that I thought was great for us. And it was great for us for a number of years. But this ambition ended up meaning I had to bring in outside partners. It was the first time I brought in outside capital. And you can look at the calendar, you can look at the days, and the partners I brought, they didn't come to a game, not one. I actually remember one board meeting where I was talking about the successes that we've had on the field and in business, and one of our more important board members just voiced out. He said, enough of Botafogo. John, you're always about Botafogo. Let's get on to the rest of the board meeting. Well, I was shocked to hear this because Botafogo had been the engine for everything that we're doing, just not only in Brazil but elsewhere, and in soccer, not only in our company but for the world. And to hear this from one of our directors showed me I really did invite the wrong partners into our family. For this, I truly apologize. But as I said, experience matters, but failure matters. Failure has always been my greatest teacher. And I always get back up. I never quit. And that's what we've had to do here many times in Brazil. Some of our toughest years were followed by some of our greatest successes. Being an owner, running a football club, operating a football club, knowing how to create collaboration within your football department, often seeing that the smartest guy in the football department is the guy with the quietest voice, and giving that person the loudest voice in the room so that their talent and their vision and everything they bring to the table really comes through and affects all of our decisions. And so we've built that beautifully here in Brazil at Botafogo. The collaboration we have internally, the love we have internally. I used to say long before our successes that championships were built out of love, and it was the love of this group that we built and the management team and across the entire organization and football department. That's how we ultimately won these championships. Now, when we think of other people that might want to come support the club, and I've invited some of these investors into the club only to now be discussing their desire to do more than invest, to actually run this club. This experience does matter. Like, let's think about 2023 and what we experienced. The greatest first half of a year of any club, I think, in the history of Brazil, and the greatest collapse in the world of football. 2023 was as fun at the beginning as it was painful at the end. And I can tell you, these private equity guys or these loan-to-own guys, if they experienced 2023, they would go right back to their offices in New York and just wish they had never set foot in Brazil. But I didn't leave. I didn't quit. I got suspended from games because I was fighting too hard. I wouldn't give up. And ultimately, we powered through that year, and I was one of the few people in the world, along with the rest of our very loyal football department, that knew after that experience, we were going to win again. And with all due respect to the social club and our fan base, I think we were probably the few people in the world that actually thought out of 2023 we would win a championship. So when I say I never quit and I keep fighting and will keep fighting for you for the rest of my natural life, we proved it in 2023 because we became champions in 2024. And the problems we have now are nothing compared to what we faced back then, and we are going to be champions again. On the business side, we have to keep things in perspective. There's a lot of talk about needing to bring in new investors and people that are going to run a better business. Well, this business was built very well from the ground up. We started with nothing. 20 million US dollars, 100 million reais in 2022, and over 600 million reais just this past year, not counting the big wins that we get from championships and the things that we had in 2024. Now we have operating profitability. You know, our revenues over our expense, counting all of our revenues, we're a profitable organization. Our player debt has gone up, of course. That's because we didn't get paid back the money that we loaned to our partners in France. But even without, our squad value exceeds our player debt. And our squad value is as valuable as it's ever been since this club began many years ago. And that squad value not only gives us sporting results, but it also gives us financial results to help us get out of this situation. So now we have a restructuring. We shouldn't be here, but it's an opportunity to reset our debts and go forward into the future. But please know that the business is managed well. We have the reporting systems, we have the people, we have the department leadership, we have the brand, we have the opportunity that we've created off of our rebuild and off our championships to be a successful business going into the future. Now I want to close with a story. It's a story of promises made and promises kept. It's our story together. I came here as one man in the year 2022, and I made a simple promise that I was going to take the beauty of Brazilian football and the beauty of Botafogo. I wanted to show this to the world. I was so moved. I just thought it was something that the world needed to see. I promised to bring glory back to this great, glorious, and most traditional club. And I'm happy to say that after 4 years and looking back at everything we've done, with the love that we had with you and our supporters and within our company, our football department, our very tight, loving circle of people, we kept that promise. Now I'm going to make you a new promise. And it's a promise that I know I can keep. Not just because of experience and the trophies that we've won here and all over the world. It's because I know I have an unquenchable thirst. I've been drinking off of the glory and the trophies and everything that we've had here at Botafogo, but I want more. I know you want more. I know what it means to be Botafogo. I know how you feel. We won in 2024 and it wasn't enough. One of the toughest years we've had was only a year after we won the greatest championships we've won in 120 years. Because you, like I, have an unquenchable thirst. We cannot stop craving more championships. We have turned desperation into greed, and I'm okay with it. I love it. I came here as a naive gringo, not understanding why I would see so much love on one day and so much hate on the next day. Even some of the most inconsequential games that didn't matter, and the anger and the frustration that was thrown at me and our team. I just didn't get it. But now I am full on Botafogo. I am full on Carioca. I love this country. I love this club, and I want more. Our desperation is greed, and I'm okay with that. These other people that want to come in and invest in this club, they have another thing coming if they think they understand what it's like to run this club. So I am Botafogo. I am family. I am the owner of this club. I never quit. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going to leave this club until you drag me out, and we are going to win more and more and more championships. I can promise that. Once again, thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak to you, the social club, Botafogenses, about this situation we're in. There's a lot of talk about new investors coming in. There's talk about people coming in to buy shares in this club. But I do need to make it very clear. I am the owner of the 90% interest in South Botafogo. I am the partner with the social club. And I am here, along with the social club, to support this club and all of the ambitions of the Botafogenses. We are not dividing this family now. I am not going anywhere. I never quit in life, and I will never quit on this club. Keep this family together. Let's work together, and we will win championships again. Estamos juntos. We don't have this anywhere in the world that I've been. I mean, they say that the Premier League in England is the best league in the world. They don't love their clubs this way. It's so effusive and it's incredible. I mean, it just fills me up with joy every time I watch them. And everybody feels it. It's not just me. We need to show this to the world. That's why I'm here, I think. I think that's why.
Are they treating you well?
I think this is why I'm here, to bring this to the world.
Emotion.
Yeah. It's hard to sit here. These people have wanted something for so long, and they work so hard, and they deserve this, and they love this club. And I love that they've trusted me with it. It's amazing.